Welcome to Go Gettas podcast. I'm going to say, I am Colby.
And I just punched a duck.
God.
And I had to do it one more time.
With your fucking soundboards.
You can call me Fee.
I can't. It's just why would they put a soundboard in Discord? Like this makes me want to move to another platform to record our podcast in. Take this away from you.
I will find a way to put a soundboard in wherever you
Here's the thing, it's really easy for you to like make a soundboard and to like route it into Discord. I am positive you don't have the effort to do it though. I'm positive you could Google it and you would never do it.
You heard the duck though, right?
Yeah, it was already there. Discord on a silver platter said, here's a fun little ADHD thing for you. Have fun with your little new fidget toy, idiots. Oh my God, I'm going to end this podcast 2 minutes into it.
I honestly, I hope that comes out on the recording.
Oh, it will.
Oh, good.
Oh, it will.
I am scatterbrained right now, but we're going to talk about stuff.
Yeah, okay. So I just realized that our audio only listeners, you will not hear the duck or the drum roll that just happened because this is a Discord only thing. So, if you want to hear those, go check the YouTube video, youtube.com/@GoGettasPodcast.
It'll have at least one quack in it.
Yeah, there's going to be at least a quack.
Here. I'll give you one more quack and then we can start.
Don't. There's no reason. Stop. Stop it. There's no reason.
I did it though.
Yeah, but why?
It's fun.
Faye, I'm gonna need you to fucking focus.
I told you I was scatterbrained. Tell me, what are we talking about?
Listen, the first thing we got to talk about, and this is a relatively big thing.
Oh my!
All right, Fee. What is it this time?
My wiener. Relatively big.
Compared to what?
Fucking.
Compared to this being a sausage, my wiener's relatively big. Relatively.
It's just. Okay, go. Start.
Listen.
I know what we're going to talk about.
Actually. This is something coming out of left field. So, fun fact. There's been rumors for the past couple of weeks that Xbox is going to announce that some of their exclusives are going to go to PlayStation.
We ended our podcast not being able to talk about this last week.
Yeah. The thing is, it seems like there's actually going to be an announcement on the 15th of February, so that like this podcast comes out the day after this podcast comes out. There's supposed to be the official Xbox podcast has Phil Spencer on it, and they're going to be talking about stuff. And I think they're actually going to announce some title shifts.
So I know for sure it's going to be one of the Gears of War. If Halo comes on the PS5, that's going to be like fucking wild.
It's a big one. Well, the rumored first wave is supposed to be Hi-Fi Rush and Pentiment. Whatever the fuck Pentiment is.
I was about to say, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
So that's the first two that they're talking about. But there's also, apparently, Sea of Thieves has been greenlit to move over to a multi-platform as well.
Great, a dead game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's still people playing it, but it's one of those games that definitely like the hype has gone away from it. So it's just the real dedicated fans that are in there now.
It's a real shame that they're releasing Sea of Thieves when Skull and Bones is about to drop, and it looks 1,000 times better. It's the same game.
When is that supposed to come out?
Very soon. Not this month. I'm pretty sure it'll be like within the next month or two.
Okay. I'm going to look it up. Okay. It apparently released on this past Tuesday.
Oh, hey. was wrong.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Early access release looks like. Oh, launching into early access tomorrow. Um,
Hell yeah.
so for anybody who owns the premium edition, then you can be in the early access portion. Um, so yeah, that's that. You're right. That is coming up. So Sea of Thieves is going to be out after Skull and Bones. We'll see. I don't know. We'll
It
see how
it
it works.
it depends. So it's coming. If Sea of Thieves comes out on PS5, they're for sure gonna sell it. They're not gonna like let PS Plus people play it for free. And if they do sell it, if they sell it at what's it called, like 40 or $50, that's already a disadvantage. Although you get a content complete game in Sea of Thieves,
Mm.
Skull and Bones is starting out, so it just depends. Do you want to start fresh and get in with everyone at the beginning in Skull and Bones, or do you want to play through an old game that's basically the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
It just depends what you want.
I mean, yeah,
They're
and
they're the same game basically.
the thing is, I'm actually not positive. I am not sure. Um, I'm not sure if they could do it for the PlayStation, like the PlayStation Plus. And here's the reason why I say that, because Nintendo doesn't really have a system like that. So it would make because this is by a multi-platform, which means that if it can go on the Switch, like Sea of Thieves probably can, then it's probably going to go on the Switch too.
Oh hell yeah, we're gonna get a cloud game. We're gonna get a cloud save Halo on the Switch.
Hell yeah, it's going to happen.
Unless they're doing it for the Switch too.
That's true. That is true. Which we'll, I'm sure, hear more about whenever the new Nintendo Direct comes out. And I'm sure, man, here's the thing. What a fucking big dick move would that be if this week Xbox is like, listen, a bunch of our first party titles we're going to slowly start releasing them on other platforms. Cause you know what? We really want to be good stewards of the gaming community. We think gaming is important. We think it's for everyone. And everybody's like, man, Xbox is actually being kind of cool. And then 2 days later, Nintendo's like, just wanted to let you know there's a Nintendo Direct right now. Yeah, Switch 2 is coming out, and it's going to blow your dick off. And everybody's like, wow, I suddenly don't give a shit about Microsoft anymore. Xbox is like, God damn it. All the goodwill is gone.
No, what if Phil Spencer is making this big speech, he's fucking out in front of someone and he's making people cry and he's like, gaming is for everyone. We're putting our games multi-plat, whatever. And then Nintendo fucking announces Switch 2, but then Shigeru Miyamoto bursts into the scene in the shadows, and he's just like, he's right. Games are for everyone. Mario's coming out on all consoles. Zelda's.
Halo 6 starring Mario.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, so Halo and some of those games are gonna come presumably to the Switch if they're going all multi-plat. Do you think that you're gonna have some Nintendo only skins? You're gonna be Mr. Halo, and you get to have a non-modded in Mario get up, or a non-modded in Bayonetta or Link get up.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. The thing is, I'm not confident that Halo would move, because that is a really big. If you look at the titles that are rumored to be coming out, they're not big console selling titles, right? They're exclusives that they got that were that's nice to have, but they're not nobody is purchasing an Xbox or Hi-Fi Rush, but there are plenty of people that purchase a console just to play the new Halo game, right? I don't think that I don't think we're ever gonna see a Halo game on PlayStation. I just don't.
I don't know. I know. That's Xbox's fucking flagship. It's just that I don't know, man. Right now, I am now a PS5 boy. I love my PlayStation.
Hell yeah.
You can see it on my shirt. I also have a PC.
Uh-huh.
And I love playing all the games that I have on the PC. Although I can get everything on the PS5. I can get
Mhm.
basically the same things, except on the PC, I can get like the Microsoft exclusives, which are very slim pickings. I
Mhm.
guess when it comes out, I can get Fable.
Yeah, here's the thing. With Fable and like what Xbox did, like for me, I am someone that has to own like one of every like video game sort of genre, like console genre of things. So like in between Xbox and PlayStation, like I have to have one of them, and I always pick PlayStation. But like, I'm never not going to get a Switch or like a Nintendo console because I have a PlayStation, and I'm also never not going to do
Have a
like have a PC, a gaming PC.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and Xbox, in my opinion, the thing that sealed it for me, that like I'm just never going to get an Xbox again because I got a 360 and I don't fucking need one anymore because they announced they're like, oh yeah, we've got all these exclusives and they're coming to Microsoft consoles, which does just mean Xbox and Windows. And I was like, well, then I don't
yeah,
fucking care about Xbox anymore. I don't need to buy one. Who gives a shit? I have a
yeah. No
computer,
shit.
dude.
Yeah, same. That's why I'm like, I have all. I have a Switch, PS5, and a PC that could like run games better than Xbox.
Yeah.
So like, why would I want? Why would I need an Xbox? That like I wouldn't say that's Microsoft. That's Microsoft's fault. I mean they're a PC company first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like they put out a console that's basically just a PC that doesn't do anything but play games.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, especially after you have a cons or after you have a gaming PC for long enough, you do get to the point where you're like, oh, I get why having a console is nice because like you buy the game and the game is just sort of guaranteed to work. There's not like, I've got these weird driver issues or oh, it's really slow and like the FPS is low on my machine. Oh, it turns out I've got a background process that like it just works.
Yeah,
And
that's fair.
that's pretty good. The thing is, again, there's not enough draw for Xbox titles for me to be like, yeah, I'll get an Xbox in addition to a PlayStation, especially whenever they've like taken all of the incentive out by being like, oh yeah, you can play basically any Xbox game on PC. Like, good, all right, fuck
Yeah.
it. Xbox is
Now
nothing then.
every time I turn on a fucking game on the PC, I just gotta make sure the VSync is either on or off.
Mm-hmm.
That's then it works fine.
Yeah.
And make sure my driver's up to date.
Mm-hmm.
It's never been like a big issue, and the reason you want to get like if you have a PC, of course you can just play any game. You get a Switch to play the Nintendo games. You get a PS5 to play the PlayStation games, and that's honestly why I just got the PS5 to
Mm-hmm.
play the exclusives, and Final Fantasy especially. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth
Mm-hmm.
and Final Fantasy 16
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna play. And I honestly, Ratchet and Clank when PS5 was announced and I saw that game, I'm like, oh, that's my game if I ever get a PS5. And I got a PS5 and I got PS Plus subscription
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't have to pay for that game. It was free and
Hell
it's
yeah.
still $50 to buy on Steam.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you could buy certain PlayStation games on Steam.
Yeah.
So
There are some PlayStation games that end up becoming multi-platform. I mean, just like anything where it's like, oh yeah, it's like a console exclusive for a year and then it switches. Um, but like, I am interested in I'm interested in sort of the ploy that Xbox is doing by being like, yeah, now you can play it on PlayStation. Like, I'm wondering what they're trying to get at with this, because it's not it could be making money if they're like the publisher, if there's like a deal in it for them. But to me, it's just like I'm like, what is the ulterior motive? Is there so in like there are
maybe
often
maybe it's a last ditch effort.
you think so? You think maybe
Yeah.
they're like, listen, um
This
we've
is what
gotta
Xbox brings to the table.
yeah, could be. Yeah, the sorry,
I heard him.
my
Your
son
son.
my son just ran in and yelled bye-bye at me.
I heard him. Young man, do you know what time it is? Go to bed.
Yeah, I put him to bed at 8:15, so I'm
And
surprised I don't know if I woke him up.
it didn't take. He
I mean,
escaped.
I've got to put up. I have some moving blankets to put up to like try and sound dampen. I should have done that. What an idiot.
God, I'm so stupid. And now my son's awake. Oh.
Ah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. This unprofessionalism.
This guy's terrible. Yeah, I love that guy. He's the best.
He's
yeah,
he's
so
a good
like
guy.
yeah, it just makes me wonder because like I've been really surprised to be in like business meetings where, you know, it's always like 2 or 3 layers removed where it's like, oh yeah, we're going to offer like free whatever, or like we're going to reduce the price of this. And this is so that we can get enough customers. And then once we have enough customers, then we can raise the price a little bit. And then once we like, we'll wean off a couple of those, use the money to like do this other thing, and then like we can raise the price even more. And it's like that there's so many steps there to like converting to getting more customers or to getting more money that I never understand it. And so I'm wondering if this is some like 4D chess move on Microsoft's part that I just can't see.
Dude, maybe there's like something behind the scenes. Maybe they worked out a deal with El Sony, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna let you sell some of our games on your console, and we're gonna expect you to scratch our backs. We get the money, you get the sale, you get like a percentage. I don't know. It just depends on like. I wish there was a lineup that we could look at of what's coming.
Yeah, same. And I'm hoping that the announcement tomorrow is gonna show that because, or I guess on the 15th, because like it's this is an interesting concept.
Tomorrow's the 13th.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I like the 15th. When this comes out, it will be tomorrow.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because this is coming out on the 14th.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
This is one of those 4D chess moves, Fee.
You got me. You fucking checkmated me.
That's the thing is like, Microsoft reportedly, Steve Ballmer, like right whenever I think the year Steve Ballmer was like leaving, or like the year before Steve Ballmer left as the CEO of Microsoft, there was a bunch of rumors that he was like, listen, Xbox is like really not making enough money and we don't want to make another console. And then whenever the new CEO took over, all of that talk sort of went away. But it makes me wonder if like they were like, you know what, we're gonna try it again. And again, Phil Spector on the Xbox podcast, like fucking whatever, 6 months ago, was just like, oh yeah, we lost the one generation that was like the worst to lose. Like we lost to PlayStation 4 and now everybody has their digital titles inside of the Sony system. And like that's how you build up like loyalty to your console generationally. And like we lost it. We lost that whole thing. And like he was talking so the doom and gloom about it that it makes me be like, man, did Phil have a meeting like 4 hours earlier and they were like, Phil, we're fucking shutting down Xbox, dude. Like you've done a valiant effort, but like, come on, it's time to give up the ghost. And he's like, all right. Like, so there's a 5-year plan here. We're going to finish off Xbox Series X and we're just going to start slowly releasing exclusives. And then it's going to be, this big exclusive is going, this is amazing. And then Xbox is just going to be a publishing brand from now on. We're not going to make consoles. We're not going to make a goddamn thing. We're just publishing.
That's unfortunate. Dropping out of the console race. Like it's true. They've been losing the console generation for a while now. I'd wager they haven't had not even the original Xbox. Not even the 360. I can't even think. Like the only exclusive 360 games that come to mind are the Gears of War games and Fable, and I guess Halo 3 was big, but that wasn't big enough to like beat. Well, no, okay, they beat the PS3. because the Wii beat both of them. PS3 sold like dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
The price point and no games.
Yeah. Price point was
X
too high. There were some like really good games, but there were 5 of them.
Yeah, well, no one knew how to. Wasn't it the PS3 that was like very hard to make games on?
Yeah, it was really hard to make games that like utilize the hardware.
Oh yeah,
Um,
the Blu-ray and everything. They moved to the Blu-ray.
it was the Blu-ray, and then it was mainly because it was a
The
six
motion
core
control.
processor. Like
Yeah.
the 6-core processor was just like, why the fuck?
Yeah. So I Xbox 360, I think won that generation because it was we did, but between Xbox and PlayStation, because it was cheap, it came in fucking what at 300, maybe like less.
Mm-hmm.
And you could play like basically everything the PlayStation did, and the Xbox had like better exclusives in my opinion back then.
Man,
It was starting out fresh with Gears of War. You had Fable. Fable 1 was a big hit on the original Xbox, and everyone was hyped for Fable 2.
yeah,
And then of course you got Halo, fucking Halo 3 on
man,
the Xbox 360, dude.
oof,
That was fucking hype.
that was the big one.
That was the big one, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a 360. I played everything on a 360. I didn't get a PS3 until like the generation was almost over.
Yeah, dude.
And like honestly, it was to play Uncharted.
Yeah,
Uh
which is fair. Uncharted was one of
I
those games that it's like, Uncharted 2. Yeah, that's why you buy that console. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and that's what I bought it for. I bought it for Uncharted because I played it at your house. I played Uncharted 1 and 2 at your house, and that's why I bought it.
Like, I that's one of those things that I cannot thank Mike enough for, because I got Uncharted like for as a Christmas present, and like I just wasn't interested in it. It just didn't look that good, and I was like, man, I kind of whatever. Um and just for whatever reason, I just didn't give it a chance. I didn't even play it. I had it in my
Oh,
room and it was there for like weeks.
yeah.
And then Mike came over one night and we like didn't have anything to do. We were waiting on you to get out of work, and
Yeah.
then yeah, he started playing Uncharted, and I was watching him and I was like, "Oh, this is actually pretty fucking good." And then we picked you up and then we just kept playing Uncharted all night until we
Yeah.
beat it in one sitting. It's fucking awesome.
Dude, that game fucking rocks. And then when you got part 2, we played the multiplayer a lot.
Yeah, God, the multiplayer
That
is so
game
good.
fucking it was so good. And well, the story was real good. I think Uncharted 2 honestly was the best Uncharted.
Yeah, at the very least, it had the best intro.
Yeah,
It
dude.
had some of the
That
best sequences in the middle. Yeah, excellent game.
the train scene, the only thing it dropped on was the end.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine. The rest of the game was great. The
Yeah.
the immortal fucking ape zombies or whatever they were at the end.
Oh God, yeah.
Fucking spoiler, I'm sorry. Play Uncharted, don't play the last chapter.
Yeah, play every Uncharted game up until they're like, "Oh, we found the ancient hidden artifact that does this thing." As soon as you find it, just stop. Don't go any further. You did it. The game is over. You won. Everything else
I
after that is like, "Oh, it turns out it's a curse and a disease and maybe aliens. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
mysticism. Who knows?"
Dude, what else was on the PS3? So you had Uncharted, there was Resistance Fall of Man, and like
Ugh.
oh dude, that was the year that Killzone put out that fucking trailer, and they were like, this is real gameplay, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Uh,
I didn't even play Killzone 3.
Let me see. I'm looking up. So yeah, Uncharted was a big one. Metal Gear Solid 4 was a big one.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
dude, but that's very divisive.
yeah. The Last of Us.
Oh shit, I forgot about The Last of Us.
Yeah, super big.
I didn't even play that game until like 8 years ago.
Um,
After the PS4 was out already.
yeah. Let's see. Ratchet and Clank.
That's a good game.
I'm going down a list. Oh, Demon Souls came out. and was
Yeah, that's
exclusive.
right. Yeah, but just Demon Souls, not Dark.
Dark Souls
Um,
came out on
yeah,
every
Dark Souls
console.
came on every console, and like I don't know, Demon Souls at the time was just getting off the fucking ground floor, and it was still kind of clunky. Everyone liked it.
Yeah.
It's just it had some problems.
Yeah, everyone liked it except me. I think because
Yeah,
of just who I am really deep down, I cannot play a Soulsborne game. I refuse to. I can't. I've tried 3 times. Every time I do, I'm like, I fucking hate this. I can't stand this.
God, I can't either. No, well, Lies of P, that game fucking rocks, dude. Be fucking, I love that game. Lies of P, Bloodborne, those are the two games. Bloodborne, fucking, I didn't beat it, but it was fun to play. Lies of P got to the last boss, I couldn't beat it. I said, this is good enough.
So I'm right.
I was like working that game like harder than I worked any like other Souls game ever. But
Yeah.
Dark Souls 3, I remember James cuz he's big into Dark Souls. He brought the game over and he sat me down. He was like, "You're going to play this game and you're going to like it." And like I sat there for 3 hours and I got to like a certain point still at the beginning and I'm like,
Mhm.
"James, I don't like this game. I mean, it's cool and I like watching you play. You're doing a lot of good stuff,
Mhm.
but I just can't get good. I don't like it."
I got to be honest with you, that is exactly what happened to me with Bloodborne. Is my friend Sean came over and he was like, "Listen, like you're going to play Bloodborne. I'm going to be here with you. It's going to be fine." And I was like, "All right." So I played Bloodborne for 3 hours. And in that time, I got up to like one of the first bosses
Mhm.
and I fought the boss and died. And I was like, "Okay, cool. So now I got to run back to him, right?" And he was like, "Yep."
Yeah.
And I was like,
And all the
I'm
enemies are back.
I'm going to run back one time. Just one time. And I ran back. I got to the boss and I died almost immediately. And I was like, this isn't worth it. This just is not worth it. Like
Yeah.
if the point is like, beat the bosses and like you got to beat
Lear-
X amount of bosses and whatever, and you got to learn their patterns and like,
Yeah.
then let me respawn outside of the boss room. Like I can't. I refuse to spend another 10 minutes trying to get to the boss. It's dumb. It's a waste of my time for no reason.
Yeah. It's just frustrating.
Yeah.
And like I'm not like putting down people that like play the game and they're like really good and they can beat it. It's just I don't have that patience. Like I don't have that concentration. You saw what happened at the beginning of the episode. I don't have that concentration.
It's true. I'm actually pretty similar. Like, I like it. It is definitely like a lack of patience. And it's also like, I get I get that sensation of like, oh God, I could be doing so many other things right now, and you're just wasting my time, making me repeat the same work that I've already done because I don't know, you want to call that difficult? Like,
Yeah.
that's stupid.
it it's just I don't think the game like even is like really hard. It's just that the timing for a dodge rolling is
Mhm.
very precise and I'm not that precise.
Yeah.
And it bugs me.
Yeah.
Right. So that's just what it is. I can't do it. And like you could leave in the comments, fucking get good scrub. I understand. That's true.
Yeah.
I can't. I can't.
I can't take the time to get good. Like because I will say, I have done stuff like, Final Fantasy Birth by Sleep or Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's a hard game, but like I put it on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah.
And I played it all the way through, and the final boss fight with like Vanitas,
Oh, I hate
to killed me. And the thing is, again, like I will put in the time, I will grind, I will learn like a boss's pattern. Like up until that fight, I literally never use the block button. I just didn't do it because you don't need to do it in Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is like, you just jump around and like take damage. It doesn't fucking matter. But like in this one, because I was on this like, hardest difficulty,
On critical mode, right?
on critical mode, and I'm fighting, the probably I would argue the hardest boss in that game, except for one of the, I think there's the Sephiroth boss in there. Anyway,
Yeah.
arguably the hardest boss, right? And I'm in there for, I don't know, 3 hours, just like I was fighting it so long. I'm playing it on my PSP. I had to plug my PSP into the wall because it was dying. So like I'm like tethered to the wall because I'm like, I'm gonna get him. I'm slowly getting better. Like I now know how to block. I now know how to do a perfect block. I now know like when to do a dodge roll and like how to use my items. And like, I'm like learning how to play the game really good because of this fight. And guess what? The reason why is because whenever I died, it was like, do you want to do it again? And I was like, yeah. And then I just started doing it again.
Yeah. And you could skip the cutscenes after you see it the first time.
Mm-hmm.
The Terra boss fight, right? That was the Terra boss fight, where he's possessed. You got to fight possessed Terra.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I. That's the first time in a long time I've gotten mad at a game and like wanted to destroy my controller.
Oh yeah, you were. I watched you play it on stream, and you were beside yourself.
I was, because that last time I got him to like the sliver, and I was doing it for like 2 hours. The last like sliver of his life, and he fucking killed me. I could have put that TV through the wall. I was angry. I've never been so angry at a game. I was beyond, and I wasn't doing it up for the stream. I was genuinely angry. I had to stop stream immediately, and you could see it on my face how just wretched, like fucking angry I was. I was like I was like having fucking anger and panic shakes. I was mad.
Man.
I didn't even get that mad in Dark Souls.
Yeah. You finished Atomic Heart, and it had the worst ending of all time. You didn't even get as mad at that.
Yeah, I was. I wasn't. It's not like I was mad. I was upset. Not like upset. It was just like, that's it. It was kind of like almost a dumbfounded, right?
Yeah.
I was like,
you're like, no way. I must have missed something.
That's, dude, I beat the game and I got that shit ending, and I was like, well, that had to be the bad ending, right? I look it up on stream, I was like, oh, no fucking way, that's just a good ending, that's the ending.
No, we both immediately looked it up and we're like, oh god, really?
Oh, I hated that experience, because like partway through the game, as I was like playing it already kind of felt bad to play. Like it was kind of sluggish, and some of the combat was just like, it was like, it felt tedious. It felt like a chore, but I got halfway and I'm like, okay, this is leading up to something, and it didn't.
It just didn't.
And oh man, I haven't been disappointed at an ending of a game in a while, and that game really hit me.
Yeah.
And they keep putting DLC out, and I every time I see it, I'm like, oh fuck that game.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder if they did the stupid Asura's Wrath thing where they were like, hey, yeah, we made look at this whole game that we made. Oh, isn't it great? Yeah, the ending is going to cost you an extra $15. Like, what the fuck, dude?
It's not even like, I think the latest DLC, you're inside fucking what's his name's dream, because remember that dude took over his body, so now he's like in his limbo state. That's the latest DLC. You're like in that limbo state fighting like fucking psychedelic enemies.
God, I hate.
I'm like that.
I hate it.
Yeah, I was like that looks so stupid.
Atomic Heart can eat my balls.
Yeah, like I said, I love Kingdom Hearts, and even though that boss made me fucking angry, I still love that game. Atomic Heart could suck my ass. Just
straight up.
Yeah, because like as you're getting towards the end, like I thought I knew what was gonna happen. I didn't know they'd fucking take the rug out from under me and like beat me to death with it.
Yeah,
It's
really.
just fucking that it. I'm not gonna trust that. The best thing that was about Atomic Heart was I had Game Pass at the time, so it was free. So all I did was waste my time,
Yeah.
which was arguably just as valuable.
Yeah. Honestly, you got, I think, of like, you're probably in the top percentage of people that got their money out of Xbox Games Pass.
Yeah, I don't even have it anymore. I okay, so like I haven't played a game from Xbox Game Pass in a while. I'd say
Mm-hmm.
a month and a half because there wasn't like anything really that came out that I wanted. Like I had a great time with Lies of P.
Mm-hmm.
I had a great time with Warhammer 40K. I had a great time with some of the games that came out. Like I streamed a lot with a lot of the Xbox games that came out on there.
Mm-hmm.
But then like there's just a dry period that nothing came out. Like I tried Starfield, that game sucked ass. Atomic Heart sucked ass, but at least, I got to stream and everyone got to see how upset I was.
Mm-hmm.
Um and then there was nothing. I just didn't want to play anything that was there. I was like, I just rather buy a game that I want instead of playing this game. And then I took it off, and then when I got the PS5, I got the subscription, and I'm like, there's so much better games on here. I could play like PS1 games. Like
Look at this.
so I got the PS5. It came with Spider-Man 2, and I was going through the subscriptions. I was like, well, let's see what they got. And they had all the classic games, PS1, PS Vita, PS2, PS3 games. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I
Mm-hmm.
got the subscription immediately. I didn't even play I let it download, and I got the subscription, and I downloaded Ape Escape. And I played that for hours before I even tried Spider-Man 2. And I didn't like Spider-Man 2 so much I deleted it and kept playing Ape Escape.
Damn.
And Ratchet and Clank. But yeah, the PS Plus subscription to me is a better deal because there's a lot of better like RPGs and classic games
Mm-hmm.
that you can play that actually you want to play. Indies are great and all, but like they're very hit or miss.
Yeah, I
And
mean, and the thing is, it's not like Xbox is like, oh yeah, you gotta like, you gotta be on Xbox Game Pass for, there's a cancellation fee or whatever. So like, you can totally just like get Xbox Game Pass for one game that's on it, or like wait a little bit and then like charge up like, oh yeah, this is an indie game I wanted to play. That's like oh yeah, this game is on it. I forgot I wanted to play that game. Yeah, okay. And then you can just knock them all out in a month and then unsubscribe.
I can just buy the indie games on Steam. Indie games are like $10 to $20.
Mm-hmm.
I'll spend that on a game I think is good. And like it's no skin off my bones. But there hasn't been like really any indies that I wanted to play. Like I played Hi-Fi Rush. That game was pretty fun. And
Yeah.
like I don't think there's anything else I want to play like really that's coming out that's like indie related. I love pixel games like pixel side scrolling or Metroidvanias. That's what a lot of indie games are.
Mm-hmm.
But like at a certain point, I'm just playing the same game again with like a new character.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's okay, but I'm just like, I don't want to do that, man.
Yeah.
Our roguelites.
God.
I'm like, I already got Hades, and Hades 2 is coming out.
Ooh,
Like, why do I
boy.
need another roguelite?
You know what? Speaking of, we have a bunch of other new things to talk about that are coming out.
Yeah.
Not specifically games, but yes.
Yeah, you know what? We had like 42 minutes of game talk, and I think that was like really good. It was very, very passionate.
You know what?
Uh,
You know what? We did a good job. Let's just do the podcast now. Fuck it.
Fuck it, bye guys. No, I'm just kidding. I wanna. Okay, so I wanna start out this next segment. The Deadpool 3 trailer came out
It
yesterday.
did. Which, by the way, I watched it.
Yeah,
Because that's what we do on.
yeah,
we
do.
make sure we watch the trailers. So, I did think that this is very interesting. I watched the trailer not on Marvel's YouTube channel, but on Ryan Reynolds'
Uh,
YouTube channel.
uh,
Like, all right, sure.
okay. What are his other videos? Just Mint Mobile commercials?
God, no, he's actually got a bunch of YouTube videos. It's kind of wild. Um,
Ah, I hate. It's not that I hate. I celebrities that do YouTube are just kind of like meh to me. I'm just like eh. But then again, Hollywood's dying, so they're probably like trying to find a fucking out.
I think like he seems like a dude that just like wants to be creative and funny and make funny creative things, and so every once in a while he
Yeah,
just makes a thing. Um,
I think so too.
but
He also
yeah,
has the money.
the Deadpool 3 trailer came out. I heard by the way, this is a interesting rumor. I heard a
Yeah,
rumor that the title, like there's going to be new trailers and stuff that come out, but the title of the movie is going to change every time. So
yeah.
it's currently
With what?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
And Wolverine. So
Um,
every character they showcase is going to be Deadpool in some or other.
no, the other titles that I've seen are Deadpool and Friend, and and Deadpool 3, just Deadpool 3. Um,
Well,
so
well,
that would be kind of good.
so yeah, Wolverine. Hugh Jackman is
Hmm.
in this movie. He's reprising his role as Wolverine. He's going to be wearing the classic '90s cartoon
Don't
costume,
know why, but
which,
yes.
dude, because everyone wants that. Everyone wanted that since the first X-Men movie, and
Hmm.
then we got the black leather outfit.
Yeah, and he was
First-
like, "What do you want me to do? Wear yellow and blue or whatever the fuck?"
and yeah, Cyclops is like, no, no, no. He's like, really? You want me to put this on? Cyclops was like, would you prefer yellow spandex?
Oh yeah, and then Wolverine looks directly at the camera and does the Jim from The Office face. It was great. It's a great scene.
So good. Yeah. Oh fuck. But yeah, ever since that movie came out, people were like, "But we want the costume." I would have been cool with the orange and brown costume. That's my favorite costume.
I would have been
But
cool
it,
with no costume. It's fine. I don't give a shit.
you gotta have a costume.
I mean,
You do.
I feel like the most appropriate place to do the costume is in a Deadpool movie.
Yeah,
So I can accept that, but like, God, man,
yeah, but they're like a group, a superpowered group of people. They need matching uniforms. I
yeah,
just don't think the black leather gimp suit was the way to go.
I think classy, you know, put it
Hey,
together. It's kind of yeah, got a vibe going on. You can't match like blue and yellow spandex suit.
yeah, fair, but like you could have just had them wear their own things. Like you could have had like Logan in his fucking a jacket and maybe jeans because he wore that in the
Hmm.
comic with his hat, cowboy hat.
Yeah,
His cowboy hat and like what's it called? The aviator jacket with like the fur on the neck
yeah,
and
sure.
blue jeans. And that would have been fine. Storm, she usually wears like the silver outfit with like the hand
Yeah, the thing that connects from her
wingy
hand
thingies.
over to yeah. It's like Katara's hair
Uh
loopies, but on her arms.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, arm loopies. Um that you could have had her because she's also wearing just like black leather jeans and like the crop top. That could have been fine. Cyclops, he could wear whatever the fuck because no one likes Cyclops.
Yeah, he could wear whatever he wants to because he's not on the screen anymore. We've cut out Cyclops. No more Cyclops.
No more. He's just so uninteresting. He
Yeah.
has like no defining character.
Uh
He
his
shoot laser.
yeah, his defining character is he's going to be in Sonic in the future. That's his big defining thing.
Speaking of Sonic, we'll get to that in a little bit. But Deadpool looks really good.
It
Uh,
does.
so we got Deadpool running away from the people who prune people from Loki.
TVA.
Yeah, and the guy talking to Deadpool, his name is Paradox. I only know that because the subtitles were on when I watched the trailer for whatever reason,
Oh.
and
All
it
right.
said it in the subtitles that guy talking's name was Paradox.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a guy from Marvel. I maybe I've heard of him,
Oh, he is now.
maybe, but now yeah, no, it's the TBA.
Mhm.
Is that what they're called?
That's right.
That and they're trying to. I don't know why they're pruning Deadpool. but they are.
I don't know that they're pruning Deadpool.
They showed him like getting like booped and then sent to the TBA.
Well, yeah, he was pulled into the TVA. We know that, but we don't like. It seems like they may be using him for something.
Yeah,
So I don't know that he's actually being pruned. He may just be being kidnapped.
true. But that's going to be the major villain because like he's fighting them throughout the whole trailer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like this is another fuck the TVA thing, which is fine. I'm fine with that as far as plot points go.
Yeah, because like Loki, they're kind of going no. I don't know where this takes place in, but like if it's like between the Loki series or if it connects with that, but like they're connected to Marvel. Deadpool even says now he's like I'm Marvel Jesus.
Yeah.
And he watches like the fucking trailer, like the snippets trailers from like the movies at the TVA.
Yeah.
So like I'm wondering what's this gonna lead up to. But speaking of Marvel, like Deadpool 3 is gonna be the only Marvel movie coming out this year, which honestly, breath of fresh air.
Yeah, good. We don't.
There hasn't been set up for another one.
There hasn't, and yeah, I didn't watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which is crazy because Guardians of the Galaxy is like my favorite Marvel series.
No.
But just like, I'm so fucking tired of Marvel now. And
I know.
I think everybody is. Like, even whenever like Infinity War showed up, right? Like, I didn't watch Civil War. I didn't watch
Civil War was good.
I didn't even watch Infinity War, honestly, because I was like, blah, who cares?
It's all right. I liked watching it.
And then like I saw the spoilers from it, and I was like, oh, okay. And that's why I went to go see Endgame. And so once I watched Endgame, I was like, all right, I'm done. You know, wipe off my hands. We're all done here. I can go home. And then I watched WandaVision, was like, this is good. And then I watched Loki. It was like, this is good. And then they were like, great, yeah, now watch the you know, Captain Falcon show. And I was like, I'm not gonna watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm not gonna do that. And they were like, oh, okay.
We thought we had something going there.
Okay, do you want to watch? No, I don't. Not really interested.
Well, it's WandaVision, Loki, Captain Falcon. Boring character, first of all.
Yeah.
What came after that? Was it She-Hulk?
I think it was.
That show sucked ass.
There's She-Hulk and Miss Marvel came out in there somewhere.
Yeah. Right before, or it came out during Star Wars. Hello there. Fucking
Kenobi.
That guy. Kenobi, yeah. I couldn't think of his name.
That should have been the title of the show. Star Wars Hello There.
That show sucked. I chose to watch that show, and that show sucked ass.
Man.
I hate that movie.
You were so hard to please.
No, that show genuinely sucked ass.
That doesn't. You literally said nothing different. You were like, this show sucks, and I said, man, you're hard to please. You said no, but it sucked though. Okay.
I was just about to explain. Like the storyline's inconsistent as hell. The antagonist sucks ass. The only good thing was Darth Vader and fucking. I keep wanting to say Qui-Gon Jinn. I know it's not.
Kenobi.
And Kenobi. The only good thing was Kenobi or Obi-Wan and Darth Vader fighting at the very end. Mm-hmm. And even that, there was no stakes because we know they both have to live.
Yeah, true.
So, like, what are the stakes? There's no stakes. There was no stakes. There was no, like, this show wouldn't have, like, could have not came out and nothing about Star Wars would have changed. Now that this came out, it just makes me like hate Obi-Wan now.
Could have done a cool like character exploration thing of Kenobi, and you know, you could have done some stuff, you know?
Yeah, but they didn't. They just they just got Obi-Wan and threw him in a pile of horse shit.
Should have hired you,
And
Fee.
they should have. I would have been like, all right, it's been like 5 years since the fight with Anakin. And now Obi-Wan's on fucking Big Titty Island,
Mm-hmm.
on big ass planet, and he has to fight his way out of some Sith strippers.
Yeah, and he uses too much Force juice, and that makes Darth Vader come. But the thing is, Darth Vader now lives on Big Wiener Island, and so he's actually trapped there, and they have to work together to escape.
they Big Wiener Island. You can't use your Force there because the Wieners are messing the midichlorian counts up, and they both don't have their lightsabers. So yeah, they got to work together to get out of the situation. It's more of a comedy, really.
Disney's like, wow, this is great. This is actually great.
Disney over there, write that down.
No, we're not paying you. We're not paying you at all.
Disney listening to fucking to like what's it called, podcasts where no one listens to, looking for ideas because they know no one care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a month later, they're gonna announce fucking Darth Vader and Obi-Wan on Big Wiener Island.
That's right.
And I'm gonna be on Twitter and be like, hey, they stole my idea, and everyone's gonna be like, hey, shut up, you idiot.
Now here's the thing: we could just like have a big call out post that was like, look, they stole Big Wiener Island from us. It's from this like episode of our podcast, and they announced it here, and like all the timelines line up. And then it would be seen by 120 people, and that would be it. We'd be like, fuck.
I would just have to like, I'd have to tag. Who could I tag? I could tag H Bomber Guy and CoffeeZilla and hope that they see my fucking post on fucking X. I would literally like, I don't know what I'd do. I want Disney to fucking pay me for my badass idea.
For my very good Wiener Island idea, okay?
Listen, I feel like people would have a better time watching that than Kenobi. Well, I don't know. What do you... You've never seen it, but I think you'd have a good time watching fucking Darth Vader and Kenobi on Wiener Island.
The show that we just described, I would love if they like if like one of the episodes was like they woke up and they're like they have like a fight, they're almost about to fight to the death, but like they can't because of the Force, and they're like all right, let's try to work together. And then yeah, like they're like trying to forage for food, and then there's a big, I don't know, ass monster that's out there, and yeah, amazing. This sounds
amazing. Great. They're like, well, Veda, we have to survive together. Either the rebel forces come and get me and we save you, or the Empire comes and saves us. But we gotta live together.
Mm-hmm.
Roommates, and then fucking 80s sitcom music kicks in.
Yeah, the laugh track turns on. Hello, Anakin. I told you to call me Vader.
He still has his he's like, sorry, I keep laughing. I'm just thinking, I keep him on the island. Just, my name is Vader.
Did you
You're no longer my master.
Did I eat your enchiladas? No, of course not. What are enchiladas?
I had to fight several ass beasts for those. So stupid. Hollywood, are you listening? This is gold.
This is it. This is what's gonna get people back into Star Wars.
Honestly, I feel like you could use this for any show. I honestly, Hollywood right now is so bankrupt. I think they could use some people like us.
That's like, the thing. I'm wondering, because like it's hard to make a good movie. Like I'm positive that it is, because like
look, all you have to do is write a fucking stellar ass script
Mm-hmm.
and like have it sound really good and sell it, and then it's
Yeah.
out of your hands at that point.
I mean, that again, that's the beginning, right? Like, it's out of your hands, you've made money, but like, you know, if you actually care about a good movie coming out, there's a bunch of stuff that happens after that that like you don't want, right?
Yeah.
Because like, imagine like you have this like great creative vision, you're like, this is going to be awesome. Um, Depending on like who you sell it to, they could be like, oh, well, you've got to include this product placement. You have to include this. There has to be an animal sidekick, and I don't really like the dark turn this takes here. Let's go ahead and keep it really light, and yeah, the ending is just going to be happy. How about that?
Listen, if they buy the script as is, how we write it the first time, and after how many drafts we put it through, and they buy that one, and they give us the money, and I don't know, say royalties or something, like
Mm-hmm.
a percentage, right?
Mm-hmm.
They could do whatever the fuck they want to it. I've already got paid.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be upset. I'll be like, that's not what I wrote.
Yeah, hey.
But then like I pick my phone up and look at my bank account. Oh wait, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
Like,
right. I have money to go
like
buy burgers. Oh,
I could buy so many burgers with this money.
I could be a
At
little
least
burger
two.
boy.
Like honestly, like that depends. Like if you get upset if they make changes, that means that not only have you sold the script, but you've signed on as like I don't know a writer's assistant.
Mm-hmm.
And then I could understand why you'd be upset. But like,
Well, like
nah,
I don't know. I disagree with that because like if I'm imagining that I'm a Hollywood writer. Okay, all right. I'm very
I,
hungry because I don't make any money. Okay, um,
yeah.
so I come out with a great idea for a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reboot. Right? I'm like, this
Hmm.
is gonna be the shit. I write it, I pitch it. I'm like very passionate about it. I can see this movie in my brain. Like it is. God, it's the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie that's ever been made.
All
Um,
right.
they buy it. I'm like, great, cool. Like, do you want me to help? Like, how can I help? And they're like, oh yeah, we'll call you. We'll call you whenever like shooting starts. I never hear from them. And then I see that there's a trailer for a movie called like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Revenge of Krang. And I'm like, that's what I wrote. I wrote Revenge of
Yeah.
Krang. And then I look at the trailer and it's like goofy and it's like Donatello isn't wielding a
Yeah.
dildo bat. Like, the core character components are not there. I would be pretty sad that I sold my movie because I was hungry rather than seeing it all the way through because I don't have any money.
That's fair. I'd be upset if they bought my script and all the turtles didn't have visible nipples on them.
Yeah, honestly, can you milk a
They
turtle? Like, we could answer this question for everyone.
well, Colby, I've got nipples. Can you milk me?
Yes.
Okay. Fucking. I don't know why. We saw Robert De Niro the other day on TV, and that quote came to mind. And my sister's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" I was,
Like,
I was
what?
like, Meet the Fockers. She's like, "Huh?"
Huh? What's
She's
that?
like, She's like, "I've never seen that movie." I was like, "What?" She's like, "You mean Little Fockers?" I'm like, "No, this was the first one."
Yeah.
And yeah, she didn't know. So
Let's Meet the Parents, actually. Meet the Fockers is the
yeah,
second one.
meet the parents. And she's like, I didn't even know. And like, I was like, you got to watch that one. That's legitimately the only good one.
It is a good one.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think no, turtles are amphibians. I don't
They don't have
think.
nipples. I can tell you that. But do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have nipples?
Oh yeah, because they got human.
And they're
They got
walking.
yeah,
They
yeah,
got
yeah.
all oozed up.
Oh no, like they're never wearing clothes. They got ooze. They turn into human hybrid turtles.
Hmm.
Do they have nipples? And do they have genitals?
They definitely have genitals because all turtles have genitals. So
Okay, yeah, true, but like they also have like that weird fucking flared trumpet wiener.
yeah, that's probably what they have. And it
Oh
sucks.
no,
It's horrible to look at.
Fucking 10-inch Mutant Ninja Turtles looking more realistic.
Yeah, it's a nightmare to even actually consider. Um, so
Oh
don't think about it too
no.
hard.
Well, no, I mean I'm thinking about it very hard. Um,
I'm very hard thinking about it.
no, surprisingly, I'm not into the TMNT that way. But I know there are people that ship the brothers together romantically, and I hate
Ugh,
that. I hate that a lot.
why?
Because they're brothers.
No, I mean, why are they shipping them together?
Oh, dude, I don't know, and it's weird.
I feel like
I,
some
I,
people are just like, some people really don't have enough friends in their lives, and so they really do think that two people being nice to each other means that they're gonna fuck.
yeah,
I don't know why.
I, I don't either. Like, to be fair, like the TMNT, like they're not allowed to go above. Like they've only seen April, and like they have to be just beaten off furiously all the time.
V, you're getting dangerously close.
Okay, okay, okay. Uh, it's just these people that like. I'm not saying they're beating each other off. I'm just,
God,
they're
Fabe, stop. Just stop.
people ship them, and I don't like that. I'm not into the TMNT romantically, unless it's like Casey or April, like together,
Yeah.
because those two are like the canon couple, and I like that. Now, a couple of headcanons that like I do not subscribe to, but I enjoy
Oh my god.
is Sonic and Shadow,
Oh my god. Why?
because it's funny.
That's not a reason to have to
It's
ship anybody.
it's funny.
Because it's funny. There's a lot of things that are funny, Fee.
Yeah, name one.
Shipping Sonic with a car that's shaped like Sonic's shoe. It's very funny. It's
I
hilarious.
I, I ship it.
You know what? I didn't before. Now I do.
He could be like that guy that fell in love with this car and like gets under it and makes out with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Hilarious. Canon now.
Listen, you can have a headcanon off the basis of that it's funny, or you think it's like it's neat. I do.
Or you think it's
That's
neat.
I do. There's Sonic and Shadow. There's Knuckles and Tails. There's Amy and Tails.
Mm-hmm.
There's Tails and Rogue. Okay, this one's my favorite. Knuckles and Rogue. Now that one,
Knuckles and Rogue
canon.
is fun, actually.
Yeah.
Or it's Rouge, isn't it? It's Rouge the Bat.
It's Rouge the Bat, but I'm gonna say Rogue because
You're dumb.
Yeah,
Yep.
because I'm a.
I can't believe I fell into that with you. I said Rogue with you, and then I went, that's not right.
I'm a Philistine. Yeah, I say Rogue, but it's Rouge. It's just Rouge is hard to say. No, it's not.
So, it's not. Let me a quick sidebar that I want to tell you about very briefly. One of the other things that you can say whenever you're like somebody that doesn't like, modern technology is you can say that you're a Luddite.
A what now?
A Luddite, Ludite. And
Luddite?
Mm-hmm. And this like typically is a bad thing. So if somebody like describes you as a Luddite, it's like, oh yeah, you just fucking hate modern technology. Doesn't even have an answering machine, Grandpa. But like, so it's typically a bad thing. However, I found out that actually Luddite comes from back in the day whenever they were automating a bunch of like textile jobs, like making fabrics and a bunch of like textile jobs. They ended up like centralizing it and being like, oh yeah, these machines can pump out things that are much better and whatever. And like it made the quality of life for the people that like work in those factories horrific. But the main thing is that there was a group of people that would go around and they would be like, oh yeah, we're friends of Lud. Is this the name of this, like the last name of this guy that was like, fuck machines. And And so they'd be like, yeah, we're friends of lead. We're Luddites. And then they would show up at like these factories and just break the machines. And I just think that it would be very funny if like we get like closer and closer to like, you know, because McDonald's already has a like a touch screen where you can just order on the touch screen.
Yeah.
If like you walk into a McDonald's and it is just like a manager and a bunch of like burger flippers, and then just one day they're like, the Luddites have showed up and they've just got a bunch of hammers and they're fucking throwing the meat everywhere and they're like, fuck this burger robot. Power back to the burger flippers.
That would be very funny. Although I'll probably never use the word Luddite.
No.
Uh,
It's weird. It's one of those like weird academic words that like whenever you hear somebody say it, you're like, oh, I get it. You're smart.
yeah, I feel out of place just calling people a Neanderthal. Fucking
Yeah.
not I'm like, you fucking Neanderthal, you homunculus. You fucking
Homunculus is good because that's nothing.
yeah, it's great. I love using it. It's a fun word to say. Just say
It
it.
is. Good call.
Yeah, right?
Homunculus.
Homunculus.
Man, that's
It's
probably that's honestly probably why FMA Brotherhood is like the best anime of all time.
it has enough negative connotation to make you feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I know God, I say it a lot. I've been using the word wretched a lot, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Wretched and rancid.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been ranted a lot, like for a while, but like wretched. I don't know why that came into my lexicon.
Yeah. Rancid has been your thing for months now.
Yeah, months. But yeah, like big. I don't use big words. I'm not trying to fool anyone out here. I'm a goddamn Neanderthal.
I'm a homunculus.
I am homunculus. I just don't like big words. I'm not, I use small to medium words, and anytime I use the big words, it sounds unnatural.
Yeah, it does. Not just on you, but on most people that like talk, you know, sort of colloquially. They're just like anytime that you have anytime that you just insert one of those words where you're like, oh, that's I think I know what that word means. It's like, okay, just fucking come on, dude. We're all tired. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to think. Just let me hear your words and then be done with it.
You just said colloquially. I know what that means, and I've heard you say it enough, and like so it doesn't sound unnatural, but that is a big word.
Yeah, you right.
It's just, but like you can. I feel like you have the intelligence level, not like intelligence level, but like we're talking like video.
Here's my
We're
smart
talking like
card. Hold on.
we're talking like video game like leveling system. Like you've attained the intelligence level to use that in normal speech and make it sound natural.
Mm-hmm.
But you know you do use it, and it's fine. It doesn't. I'm not like, ugh. But if like. If like my old boss who said he had 130 IQ, the piece of shit, the fucking barnacle,
The barnacle, yeah, the homunculus,
homunculus,
this fucking homunculus.
If he started using like colloquially or like fucking anything else, like if he started saying Ludlight, I'd be like, what the fuck are you on about?
What are you talking about? Shut up!
Get out of here! Like. That type of especially that type, those people like the best. Oh my god, this is so stupid, but one of my favorite memes, and this is a good example, is if you've seen Jimmy Neutron, right? The TV show.
Oh yeah.
There's this episode where Jimmy starts working at McSpanky's burger place, and he rings up someone. He doesn't use the key. He doesn't use the register, and just fucking. Makes change like using math, and then they're like, dude, you gotta press the buttons. He's like, nope, I already memorized all the prices, and I did all the fractions in my head, and I know all the prices. And he's like, dude, just go clean on the floor. Yeah. And he's like, go sweep up that salt.
Go
and
sweep
he's like,
something.
Yeah, he's like, go sweep that salt up. And he's like, you mean the fucking what's the word for it? Like
sodium chloride?
Yeah, the sodium chloride. He's like, dude, that's salt. He's like, that's what I said, sodium chloride. And like, that's the type of person that fucking.
And you're like, God, shut the fuck up, Neutron.
If you see that meme, like, People make that meme, that exchange, and then it shows the guy who told him, and he's like, Jimmy, intelligence isn't measured by using big words. We all know that sodium chloride is the name of that, but everyone calls it salt. Like, it's this big fucking explanation.
Yeah.
And that makes me laugh all the time. But that's like the best representation of what we're talking about right now.
Yeah. Jimmy Neutron, little
Kind
known
of
fact, actually a shitter.
Yeah, actually a fuck ass.
Actually a fuck ass no one likes.
But you watch the show because his dad is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
We all want to strive to be Hugh Neutron. Sorry, Jimbo, gotta send you to the Shadow Realm. Fucking.
Hugh Neutron is Hugh Neutron needs to be protected. If I have to suffer through Jimmy to get to Hugh, sure.
Yeah, fucking. Oh, man, I literally the other day I was in the bathroom and I was like, what am I gonna do for like 5 minutes? I went to YouTube and just looked at like Hugh Neutron compilation. It was so great. I didn't want to leave.
You know what? You know what I want to do? I want to watch Hugh Neutron. Not Jimmy Neutron, Hugh Neutron.
Hugh Neutron. Honestly, and it's so funny that he's the more popular character. If you look at the first Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, they had a representation from Jimmy Neutron. They didn't choose Jimmy. They chose Hugh Neutron as the one and only. It's not until part 2 that you can be Jimmy. God. That like goes to show, even like there's side characters that are just better than the main character.
Yeah. This happens, I mean, basically every character in Doug is better than Doug.
Dude, yes! I'd wager Skeeter and Roger.
Roger. I would take even Patty.
No, Patty's so fucking
I'd take Judy.
I'd take Judy, yeah. Who's the... Yeah, Judy's funny. Who's the mayor's daughter, the rich one?
Peppermint Patty.
No, it's not Peppermint. That's Snoopy.
I have no idea.
I forget her name, but the
rich
girl...
I can visualize the one you're talking about.
She's purple.
Yes.
She's better than Doug. But like I said, Skeeter and Roger Klotz are so much more fucking entertaining to watch. Oh yeah, Doug.
Both of them I can immediately imagine in a fighting game. Like, I would take them both over Doug. I would take them both over Quail Man even.
Oh my god, Quail Man's such a bitch.
Yes.
I hate him. He has what are his powers? He whistles and he has like eyes. It's just he has nothing. He can fly. Skeeter made a superhero, and it was like a million times better, and Doug got pissed off at him that one episode.
Okay, it looks like Quail Man has the power of flight, speed, intelligence, and the Quail Eye, which is being able to shoot hypnotic beams from his eyes that leave victims helpless and stupefied. And then, in order to call Quail Man, you do a quail call.
It's something like that. I don't know. You know what all those powers are?
Lame.
The powers of a fucking serial stalker, sexual assaulter.
Damn.
He has the power to hypnotize people. He hypnotizes victims and uses his speed to take them back to his place and his intelligence to hide the body.
Damn. Honestly, we're getting down to the bottom of Doug right now.
Quailman's a goddamn fucking a threat to society, his neighborhood.
Nickelodeon they should be so glad that YouTube wasn't a thing when Doug was airing, because God, the call out videos on this Quail Man menace. This quail fucker.
Quail fucker. Dude, to be fair, I didn't know what a quail was until I saw Doug.
Doug did that thing. I don't know why they did, but they were like, "Hey, we need everybody in America to know what a nematode is." And you're like, "Yeah, why?"
I thought it was a made up word for like the longest time.
I did too, honestly.
Fucking nematode, a quail, and I think that's it. Maybe he made up some like weird things, but like Doug is like so. It's such a dry show. You don't watch it for Doug. Doug's a bitch. You watch it for everyone else.
Yeah, I will say that like the first time that I went out to a steak buffet. I went out to like I think Longhorn Steakhouse steak buffet. Like way back in the day with my family out in West Texas. And whenever we did, I went up to the this was the holidays. So I'm like piling on a bunch of food, and I'm steak and potatoes, cranberry sauce. And I sit down at my table, and I'm like, obviously, I'm most excited to eat this cranberry sauce. And I put my fork into it, and it's a little firm. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. And I took a bite of it, and I was like, this is actually horrific. What the hell is this? And I asked my mom, and my mom just started laughing and was like, that's beets. And I was like,
fucking beets.
Oh, it's beets. And the first thing that I thought was, Doug, you lying son of a bitch. You made it sound like beets were good. Doug,
you asshole. Dude, I don't know what.
Find you. I'm glad you're canceled.
I don't know what Doug's infatuation with goddamn beets were, because his favorite band were the Beats.
The Beats and the Beat Ball was a thing.
Fucking Beat Ball. God, get out of here with that shit. Beat Ball.
There's a whole episode about him like being psyched out to try liver and onions. And it's like,
dude, yeah.
But you're the one, you live in a world of beets. I don't know, man. This seems pretty normal.
Yeah, dude, he made liver for the longest time. I thought liver and onions was just like horrendous. I thought it was just this gross food that people ate because they were like weird. And I mean, I wasn't wrong. Liver tastes gross.
Yeah, liver is not great.
I've had it, but then like Doug at the end of that episode, he was like, "They're great. I fucking can't get enough of it."
Oh man, like, I can't wait to go home and pay my taxes.
I can't wait to show my ex-wife Patty Mayonnaise this.
Yeah, he's Doug is like 12 years old, and he's like, oh man, I've got to make sure to show up to the courthouse because my wife is divorcing me.
I'm sorry I was late, Your Honor. I was eating liver and onions. Have you tried this shit? Just fucking.
I was trying to find a parking space, but parallel parking is really difficult.
So I just left it in the middle of the street and brought my liver and onions straight to you.
They're in my pocket right now. He just pulls them out. Not a plate or a baggie or anything. Just wet in his pocket. He's like, I got them right here.
Take a look. I sold my dog pork chop for this.
All right. Now, what's going on in the court? And they're like, the judge is just like, give everything to Patty Mayonnaise. I am so sorry, ma'am. I am so sorry you ever married this person.
He's just looking at it, bewildered and angry. You see, Doug, this is why I left you. What do I need you for? I got my liver.
Got my liver and it's right here. Look. Do you want some?
Let's do a lot of manual labor for Mr. Dink. He said these were very expensive.
Man.
Like I gotta go. I'm getting married to my new husband. Hey, Doug. What? Fucking Skeeter walks in.
Oh, watch out! Best man coming through.
They fucking leave, and Doug's like, "Well, at least I still got my liver." And fucking Roger runs by and fucking side clocks him. Watch me going fun ass.
Fucking hockey checks him in the middle of the street.
Right on the courtroom steps.
Doug's car's being towed because he couldn't parallel park it. And he's like, oh, what bad luck. Well, at least I've still got my liver and onions. He pulls out the last of it from his wet pocket. Just Roger Clutch just fucking like on the ground, crouching down, and just shoves his shoulder up into his solar plexus, like, out of my way, Fundick!
And fucking Doug on the floor, just fucking David Hasselhoff eating it off the ground.
It's spilled all over him and the stairs, and he's like, that's still good. 5-second rule, right? Just unbothered by all of this.
He's had such a shit life. He's just numb to everything but his liver and onions.
Liver and onions, you'd never betray me.
You never divorce me, right? You'll never leave. That's right.
See, this is why Nickelodeon, we're right here. You can hire us right now.
It's the quality you'll get. I can't breathe. Fuck.
Honestly, we're only an hour and 20 minutes in this podcast. I don't think we could do anything else. I think we just did it. I think that's the end of the podcast. I'm just gonna tell everybody what they can do. So if you are listening live, congratulations. You may have just heard the funniest thing ever said. If you are not, you could follow us on twitch.tv/go get us podcast. Go Get Us Podcast. No, Go Get Us Pod. You can do twitch.tv/Go Get Us Pod. You follow us, and you'll get a notification that tells us whenever we go live. We go live anytime between 0 and 2 times a week. The audio version of this is going to be out on Wednesday. It comes out early in the morning, but if you're not a morning person, the video replay of the stream is going to come out on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/@Go Get Us Podcast. It'll be out around noon Pacific time, so go get it up, yeah. And also our YouTube shorts are on there. They are great. Go watch them. Unfortunately, I don't know that our editor is going to be able to make a short about this. So
I'm gonna have him make a long about this.
Yeah. Hey, you got to make a 7-minute video about this.
Dude, honestly, I would pay. I'd pay him extra just to make this a short. I mean, not a short, a
long.
A short,
yeah,
a long.
What are the long shorts called? Pants. Make a pants.
Make. Well, like, you know, if like 10 to 15-minute videos are called pants, what are we doing called? Fucking long johns.
Yeah, I think so. Dresses.
Romper.
Ooh, romper. That's it.
Hell yeah, fucking
jumpsuit.
Thanks for coming to our romper. Mm-hmm. We've been the Go Getters romper. Fuck yeah, I really want to see this edited into a fucking video. I want to see someone animate that whole scene.
Get on it, internet.
Get on it. I want to like a what are the collabs of fucking people, like different animators animating like 10 seconds of like each scene. Just there's gonna be someone animating just fucking me and you laughing for like 30 seconds straight.
Yeah.
Can't fucking stop. Fuck. Yeah, go follow us on everything, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, podcast. If you listen to audio only, fucking it's on every podcatcher.
Yeah.
I don't know if Colby said it because it's too fucking.
Who knows, man? We're at the end of the episode. It doesn't matter anymore. Fee.
It was such a fucking. I'm so scattered. I'm more scatterbrained than I was at the beginning.
Fee, tell him what we need to do.
I want you to go out. Your life's in shambles. I want you to go find liver and onion. That's it. Go get it.
Go get it. That's just the euphemism now. They're just like, oh yeah, how's your day going? Oh, it's a real liver and onions kind of day. You know what I mean?
You know,
I do know what you mean. Actually,
it's not like fucking. It's never like a Monday. Fucking Garfield doesn't hate Mondays. He hates liver and onions.
Mm-hmm.
Son of a bitch. God, it's weird that I've had the most fun talking about Doug. This is the second time I've had the most fun talking about Doug. The first being in Dicto chat talking about Roger Klotz.
Listen, I there's something about how just milk toast and
Oh,
nothing Doug is that just God, it's like if you watched Everybody Loves Raymond, but Raymond just sucked. Raymond's just bad.
it's so fucking benign. You could do anything with
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's just so inoffensive and just nothing. Just the most pound cake version of a show ever.
Turn it into a fucking farce. It's so good. I fucking can't. Fucking
Bye.
bye.